The US has been at the top of the technological food chain for years. However, with the threat of China's quickly rising technological sector, the US has resorted to a series of drastic measures aimed at delaying China's advancement.
美国出于维护科技霸权的需要，滥用出口管制措施，对中国企业进行恶意的封锁和打压。这种做法背离公平竞争原则。
The measures include leaning on old regulations and initiating new policies aimed at sanctioning Chinese tech companies, instituting export restrictions, pressuring other governments to back out of deals made with Chinese corporations, and even asking American citizens working in China to choose between their employment or US citizenship. Let's begin with Huawei. Since 2012, Huawei has been the largest telecommunications manufacturer in the world, and overtook Apple as the second largest manufacturer of smartphones in 2018. But Huawei uses US-invented semiconductors, so the US government called on Australia, Japan, and European Union member countries to remove the Chinese phone company Huawei from network construction projects and to stop buying its equipment. In order to do this, the United States is leaning on a technology regulation that has been around since 1959, known as the FDPR rule. FDPR gives the US the authority to regulate any product created with its country's technology. This also includes products made in foreign countries. And semiconductors are a key component that allows the US to flex the FDPR rule, playing a critical role in the US's race with China. But what are they? Semiconductor chips are essential to the electronics industry and are used in everything, from our personal computers to electric vehicles and high-end military technology. But a 2.0 version of FDPR has just come into existence. It's called the Chips and Science Act, and it includes a $280 billion plan to upscale the manufacturing of semiconductor chips on American soil.
The United States has to lead the world in producing these advanced chips. This law is going to make sure that it will.
The Chips and Science Act also comes with regulations and restrictions aimed at developing US technology and delaying China's growth in the sector. According to a statement issued by the White House Commerce Secretary on September 6, 2022, U.S. technology firms that receive government funding will be banned from building advanced technology facilities in China for a decade.
They're not allowed to use this money to invest in China. They can't develop leading-edge technologies in China. They can't send latest technology overseas.
Furthermore, the Chips and Science Act also introduces new sanctions. One of them includes requiring U.S. citizens working in the Chinese semiconductor industry to quit their jobs or be at risk of losing their U.S. citizenship. Tech giant Apple recently backed out of a deal with YMCT, a Chinese tech company, after Washington announced tighter export controls of Chinese technology companies. The Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. said the act, which significantly impacts China, was reminiscent of a Cold War mentality.
China is trying to move ahead of us in manufacturing them. It's no wonder, literally, the Chinese Communist Party actively lobbied against the Chips and Science Act that I've been pushing in the United States Congress.
So how will these sanctions affect the Chinese technology sector in the long run? Being cut off from U.S. chips will significantly slow Chinese tech projects. Experts say China's leading domestic semiconductor chip manufacturer, SMIC, produces chips that lag several generations behind those produced in the U.S. The U.S. technological decoupling will also have enormous consequences on the global economic order and will affect technology policymaking and politics in many countries. The current strategies implemented by the United States, if proven effective in the long run, would effectively cut China off from critical building blocks of most 21st century technologies. Will these measures succeed, or will they only encourage China to advance independently?